Sorry guys, just getting the stream pulled up here. I wasn't prepared. When I booted up my computer, it needed updates. Well, the updates had already downloaded. It needed to install them, which I wasn't prepared for, so. Cool. We've got John Hall in the chat. Dude, thank you for the, yes sir, Hidden Panda Shell logo there. MT Forge, Cole Forge in the chat. What's going on? Let me know if the audio sounds good, if I need to turn up or turn down the mic. And I'm quite aware that Sword is going to be streaming at 5:30. So, but I meant to stream a lot earlier than that, but my wife had a lot of chores for me to do, and I did not get them done in a timely manner. Because one of those chores involved dropping something off with an older lady that's a friend of the family who kept me there for a very long time. Can't remember where I am or where I left off at. Is this Pit Stain? Yeah, this is Pit Stain. No worries, man. Yeah, appreciate it, dude. Alright, let's see here. Man, I don't know what's going on with Beyond. Absolutely no news, and I literally like cannot wait. Like the suspense is legit killing me. Alright, come on. Oh, my inventory's full. Shit. Dude, VR is going to be so sick. By the way, I don't know why that made me think of this, but I don't know if anybody saw on Twitter, but big shout out to Ray Reynolds, longtime community member, lost his brother today, a fellow No Man's Sky traveler, and, you know, thoughts and prayers to you and your family, and sorry for your loss. Alright, cool. I did not get to see Havenfall. How about we do that now? Is that, do you have the portal address to it? Because I'm just hub hopping today. I got no plan. If you could type it in here, that would be better, just because... Well, no, I can access Amino from the web browser. Let me double check that. Alright, let's see here. Make my way to the portal. Yes, this account. Jesus. I thought I already had that saved in the computer. Ah, there we go. Word up. All right, let's go ahead and type that in. I can't believe it's taken me this long to get around to seeing it, actually. Ooh, that's loud in my ear. This mic, I think, picked up my ice maker, so if you heard that, my apologies. I just got a new ice maker for my bar, and so that I can have ice on deck for the whiskey all the time. Dude, Hello Games, give us a backspace button, my friends. Typing in portal addresses can get mad dire when we ain't got no no backspace. Cause dude, I'm so afraid to make a mistake. Okay. Alright, here we go. Try numero dos. Alright. Dinosaur. Bird. Triforce. Apollo 13. Dragonfly. Light bulb. Arachnid. Triforce. Orca. Arachnid. Hands up. Light bulb. I don't know about you guys, but that's what I call them. Dude, we got Cuzwell in the chat. What's going on, dude? I know, dude. Yeah, like, just give us, like, a release date or something. I mean, blue balls in over here. Mad hard. It's like they tease us with, like, the first two. And then, like, they're just like, you'll wait 3 months to find out what the third tier is. It's terrible. Oh, snap. We got Dave Langer in the chat. Says, oh, we can hear it all right. Yeah, dude, that ice maker's loud. Let me know if I need to turn the mic down, dude. I got my gain like 75% up or whatever. So if I need to like tweak it, just let me know. If it sounds like I'm shouting at you, I can turn it down. What's YMCA? That's like a song, isn't it? Isn't that like where you go like run and shit? Like work out? Or is that like Young Money? I don't know. I went to the wrong place? What? That was the message I saw. TSS says he can't hear anything right now. Is everybody having the same experience? Can anyone not hear me? Well, no, Dave Langer just said a second ago that he could hear the ice maker, so I think the problem's on your side, TSS. Ah, this is Reddit, though. Word. We're going to hang on to it, because I wanted to see Reddit, too. Alright, let's see what John built over here. How far away is it? Alright, other side of the planet. Alright, gotcha. Oh, John, it's above that one? Okay. Hey, what's going on, Sword? Appreciate you stopping by, dude. I was just telling everybody at the beginning of the stream that I know your stream's at 5:30, so no worries. I was well aware of that when I started this stream, so I promised to stream earlier. My wife got me tied up with a bunch of chores, so I couldn't execute that around the time that I had planned on. And so rather than not do one, because I haven't done anything on the channel in quite a while, I figured I need to do something. So I figured I'd throw a stream up and just hang out with whoever showed up. So if you guys leave me for the sword chill stream, it is totally expected and okay. All right, let's see here. Yeah, Dave said that he can hear me, so we're straight. All right, cool. So let's go back to the portal and try again. I'm really liking this hauler, like this vertical wing, like mid-size hauler. I love this thing. It's just the look of it. I just love the way this thing looks. I cannot get over how cool this thing looks. At least to me. And I love just like the basic colors of it. It just has like a very realistic vibe to it. Cruising in hot. How many inventory slots? Doesn't have a lot, man. It's like, yeah, 39 slots. I think that's max for a tier 2 is 39, I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, Sword, or anybody in the chat, but I'm pretty sure. And then 40 to 48 is like your tier 3. So 39 slot S-Class. The arrangement is really bad. You'd probably have to keep rolling it to get a better arrangement for the ship. You know, but I've got a 48 slot, you know, with 12 tech slot big wing hauler. So I didn't really need another one of those. I just wanted something really that looked kind of cool. When I saw this one, I was like, you know what? I'll take it. So it's pretty sick. But yeah. Let's check the stats real quick on this guy. So hyperdrive plus 32%, shield 59%, damage 19% boost on there. So not too bad. It's actually the same stats as my 48 slot S-Class. It's just a smaller inventory. But I'm not going to use this to lug stuff around because, like I said, I've got my 48 slot for that. So probably what I'll do with this one is just use it for weapons. I'll probably just deck it out. This will be like my, like, you know, like a warship or something like that. So I might name it the Rocinante. Want to see how many of you guys get that reference. What's going on, .com? Yeah, dude, I ended up streaming a whole lot later, .com, so it's probably the reason why you ended up being able to make it to the stream. But yeah. Yeah, Jay. So I've seen a ton of haulers that look like this, but just none with just a single flat color. This is the first one I've seen that just it's not like a dual color like red and white or you know something like that. It's just straight up gray. The entire damn thing is gray. And just when I saw it, it was one of those things where it's like I've seen a lot of haulers that look like the sword of the Sabish or whatever it's called, and I've seen a lot of like similar type haulers, but just none with that color. And I was like, all right, I'm copping it, because I was actually at that space station for a totally different hauler, but that's the one I ended up going with. Dude, trying to hunt a 48 slot J is super difficult, dude. It's like it takes a lot of time. Sometimes even if it's like a first what do you call it? Like it comes into the space station or it comes into the trade outpost first wave, I think is what they call it. Even if it's a first wave hauler, to get the S-Class 48 slot 12 tech slot, it could take you like 5-6 hours, maybe more, of reloading saves to like make that happen. I mean, it can take a long time, you know, but it's like, I've been playing the game since launch. I've got 4.5 billion units. I got a ton of shit, and it's just like, there's not much for me to, I've completed all the storylines. There's just not much for me to do right now, other than like, you know, essentially build a fleet, which is what I'm kind of, you know, I just finished doing. So I've got the exact fleet that I want, and I'm chilling till Beyond drops at this point. So I just got to outfit them with all the tech and stuff that I want. But I have a feeling that the next update is going to essentially kind of like, or the Beyond update will do what Next did, where it'll just wipe out all your tech, and then you have to sort of like start over with rebuilding your tech. So I'm debating on, do I want to spend more time outfitting all this stuff and like farming nanites and spending all the nanites to buy all the tech and rolling the tech to get the results I want, or should I just hold off till Beyond drops and then do it with Beyond? So I haven't decided yet. All right, let's see if I can find that address. Oh, there we go. Havenfall. It actually says it on the picture. All right. So we got dinosaur, tiki head, bird, dinosaur, sunrise, sunrise, balloon, 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 teepee, tiki face, triforce. You can turn the brightness on this thing up. There we go. Could barely see that thing. All right, here we go. Okay, back in car with sound. There we go. Dude, I think Fallout 76 is like free to try right now with PlayStation Plus, right? Or did that expire? Somebody was telling me that. I think it was Dave Langer was telling me to download it. I think I need to do that if it's still available. That's what I'm talking about. I hope the Beyond update takes some things from the Fallout 76. Another being the player vending. That is awesome. Oh, it expired on the 17th. Well, fuck. Yeah, I would love to see like player-to-player trade. Like I've seen like really cool bases in No Man's Sky where people have built like sales counters, and like they've got like storage containers, so that other players can like set up times to meet up with them in game, and like, you know, like so that the person can withdraw from the storage container and transfer to the other player's inventory. But it's like the only way to make the player trading happen is that the player, you know, like let's say that, you know, it's going to cost you 5 stasis devices to pick up a particular item that like you can't find somewhere, or you've been looking forever and you can't find it. So you got to send that person like 5 stasis devices into their inventory, and then you got to trust them to like send you, you know, whatever it is that you're expecting to get. So it's like there's like an honor system there, and it's not like an official like built-in mechanism for that, right, to like make that happen. So I would love to see some like built-in player trading in No Man's Sky for sure. Welcome to Anya's cousin. You can say that again. This planet is like eerily similar. Do we got a base here? Doesn't look like it, but we can do some exploring. I wonder if it's got creatures similar. Oh shit, it does. I was going to say, I wonder if it had creatures similar to Anya, but it looks like it certainly does. No bases yet. Where is this at? Is this in UAS by chance? Is this UAS territory, John Hall? Oh, such a fat little boy. Look at him. Oh, man. Hola, my friend. ¿Cómo estás? What? Dude, this thing is huge. Oh, that's such a cool creature. Man, this guy's huge. I'm literally the size of just one of his legs. Freaking awesome. I hope Beyond Online is a new mode where everything is reset and it's crossplay. Yeah, dude. Honestly, I don't really give a shit. Like, whether it's our existing save and it's MMORPG or it's like a new save or whatever, I honestly don't care. As long as the online aspects are executed well. I think, like we've talked about that, Dave Langer, like the multiplayer has some issues. I don't think that it should be a separate game mode, but in terms of like how players can join your lobby, find you, like all that kind of stuff, traverse the galaxy, you're right. A lot of that is broken, is far too easy. You know, maybe for the veteran players out there, it's like kind of like a good relief, like, hey, I can get around much easier. But a lot of the beauty of traveling the galaxies kind of disappeared because it's so easy to get around now. So you're right. In a sense, existing multiplayer is sort of broken. I don't think that they need to go as far as making it like a separate game mode. But I think it would do well for the game to certainly add a lot more multiplayer features. I want to see more done with the community events that we used to have. Like, that was such a great idea, but the problem was it just felt like a bunch of separate people were doing the community events together, right? But like, there was no sense of community with the community event. So there was no cooperation. It wasn't like me and Dave Langer and some of our friends had to like work together to complete the objective. It was everybody was doing the objective themselves at their own pace, but they just all happened to be in the same place doing it, which is not exactly what I would like to see. So I hope that they expand on that further. Ooh. So a lot of the stuff, Dave, a lot of the issues that they said were going on with Fallout 76, like, have they fixed those? Like, or were those issues just like really subjective? Like, I feel like a lot of No Man's Sky players would probably have liked Fallout 76 if it weren't for all the backlash that the game received. But we seem to we seem to have a connection with such things. And most of them you need a group to complete. See, that's cool, because I want there to be a sense of cooperation, like you had to make a friend, or you and your friends had to work together to solve a problem, and then it feels like you collectively earned this reward. I love these buildings. I want to see Hello Games do more stuff like this with No Man's Sky, like more of these sorts of buildings, animations, things that pop up, storylines, quests, NPCs that you can run into and talk to that like need you to do things. I want to see some more of the planets in this system. This is a pretty sweet planet. This like literally looks like Anya, like to a T. Damn. Forgot to hit X again. John, I might have missed your response earlier in the chat, but like, did you answer whether or not this was in UAS territory or was this in FDI territory? I want all those missing buildings like this one. Yeah, you remember the one of the trailers where there was that like really tall, like red looking kind of like red or like rust color building that had the cutout at the top of it, and the ships were like flying and landing into the cutout? I want that building. That was such a like, where is that? That's what I want. That, like, where's that building? And then I want that building that when you land in there, that rather than be like how we see trade outposts now, you like get out of your ship and you walk through a door and there's like, it's like a space station on the inside but on a planet, and like there's NPCs walking around that you can interact with, and like different shops and stuff that you can stop and buy things from and trade. Sean Murray himself No Man's Sky website, they said that Beyond was their biggest and most ambitious update yet. And it's kind of hard to believe because Next is such a vast departure from previous versions of the game. So I think that there's a good possibility that a lot of the things that we talk about and speculate about, we're going to see. You know, I don't want to come across as being sure about that because I'm not. But I have a feeling that in order for it to be bigger and more ambitious than Next, and Next was hugely ambitious and much larger than Atlas Rises and any of the the previous updates, that it's kind of hard to imagine what that would look like specifically, you know. See if this planet has any good oceans I can explore. Yeah, buddy. Let's go check this out. The other planets are brutal and extreme. And yeah, this is in the Rithiel region in UAS space. Very cool. The game is said to be improved a lot. I got it because it was 50% off and they're adding back in NPC humans. Okay, really cool. You know, I've never actually played a Fallout game, at least not that I can remember. If I did, it would have been a very long time ago. But I know it was a really popular series and a lot of people felt let down by 76. But Hidden, he said that it was great. He loves it. He plays it, in fact. So there's definitely cause for me to check it out. I just haven't done it. But after you told me about it, Dave, I really meant to go download it. It didn't occur to me at that time. Because with my work schedule during the week, I get super busy, man. And then the hours that I work, I can't get anything done before or after work. So all of my chores, like I have to do, like all the errands and everything I run are all, you know, the days I get off. Oh, we got a sea cow back there. Definitely missed leg day. Okay. Alright, trying to spot a cave opening here. Hoping for a good one. Let me cop some oxygen right quick. Alright, I feel it. There's a cave opening around here somewhere. Damn, I played myself. There wasn't. Alright, let's see what's going on. Cave, cave, cave. There's very little I like more than a big juicy cave. Because there's only a couple that I found where the underwater caves will lead to a dry area, like a dry pocket that has an underwater lake. So like if you can imagine that, it's like you've got the oceans, you go under the ocean into a cave, into a dry pocket in the cave that then has an underwater lake. I love that shit. It's just the idea, like while I'm in there, like I'm conceptualizing like if I were to do like a cross section, like what that would look like. I'd fucking love it. Not seeing anything. The oceans and caves here are insane. Okay. Okay. that gives me hope that I will come across something awesome. Oxygen will probably help. Alright, got a biological horror. Oh, it's nighttime. I'd like to see them slow down the transition between night and day. It occurs very abruptly. Are the caves mainly on land, John Hall? Have you been to any underwater caves? When I was there the first time, I stumbled upon some stuff that reminded me of Quaid. Ooh, I love Quaid. It's still $30 on PSN. You should just pick it up and play with me and Cuz. I think Hidden Goo plays a lot too. Thanks, Cuz. Yeah, I like my hauler, man. Yeah, I mean, $30, dude. It's like, right now for me, that's a lot of money. Especially since I just picked up Spider-Man. Which, holy shit. I know it's been out for a while, but if you guys have not played Spider-Man, you fucking have to. That game is really, really, really sick. Just the combat feels good, and the visuals are really, really amazing. I could not believe my eyes when I saw what they did with the graphics. It was really kind of mind-boggling. All right, let's try to do some more land exploration because I'm not seeing anything in the cave. Well, anything in the way of caves here, but. See my friend. I kind of like the procedural name of this ship, Arisa's Dream. All the suits are dope too. Yeah, dude, it's really sick. It's a must play, says Jay. It is, dude. I don't know why I was sleeping on it for so long. Like, I honestly don't know what took me so long to pick up that game. Well, I do know what took me so long. Guys, I'm super cheap. It's like, to convince me to spend money, it's like difficult. Like, It took me, I like wanted to play Red Dead 2 from when it came out, watched all the streams, watched everybody playing it, but I could not bring myself to buy it until it went on sale. When it went on sale, I picked it up. Same thing with Spider-Man. I saw the trailer, knew I wanted to try it, and other people were playing it and liked it, but I just had to wait on that bad boy to go on sale, dude. It's like, the video games can be like the prices, they can get up there. I am the same. I still need a 4K TV. Yeah, dude. Hey, bro, I'm telling you right now, if you're needing a 4K TV and your budget is $1,000, save yourself like $500 and get a TCL. I got a TCL TV 55 inch. I got like their highest, like their P series, and full array backlit. It has like active zone dimming, like. It supports Dolby Vision, all the HDR standards, wide color gamut. It supports Dolby Atmos audio. Like, it's got a very low input lag, supports frame rates up to 120 hertz. And I got this TV, dude, for like $549, 55 inch. So, I'm I'm a big supporter of TCL. And then after my dad came over to my place, like saw my TV, like was like, man, that's got a good picture. How much you pay for that TV? And when I told him it was like $549.99 at Best Buy, he was like, what? And then like he went and picked him one up. So he's got the newest generation, because mine's the year before model. So he got like the latest one. And then my brother, he had a Sony Bravia TV, and my brother's trying to sell his Sony Bravia right now, and his 50-inch for like $200 or whatever. But he went and replaced his Sony Bravia with a TCL 55-inch. So it's just a great buy. Like the value of it, it's such a good TV for the price. It's so worth it, man. So if you're trying to get a hold of a TV and you're looking at like a budget of $1,000, fuck it, dude. Save that money and get a TCL. Spend your savings on a PlayStation VR or something, dude. You know. I missed the Best Buy Gamers Club 20% off. I know. Well, I don't know. So as an employee, I get 20% off. But when I wasn't working for Best Buy, it was nice. So getting that Gamers Club. I still have my Gamers Club status when they pull up my rewards account, but like I don't get the benefits anymore. Like it's gone. So because in my position with Best Buy, I'm what they call a VPL. So the only company that I can sell products for is Verizon, but my employer is Best Buy, but Verizon pays Best Buy for my labor. So it's kind of like this weird thing. So it's pretty cool because as a VPL, I get 50% off my Verizon phone bill, which is better than most of their internal employees get. It's called a sales maker account because I do sales for them. But I get all the benefits of Best Buy as well, including their discount and accommodations and medical benefits and all that other kind of stuff. So it's a really cool job. So it doesn't pay as much as my last job, but has a lot more benefits. That's for damn sure. So it's actually other than the shitty retail schedule, it's actually a really good company to work for. I've been pretty happy there. I was looking at TCL. Dude, it's good. Like, if you go to rtings.com, like any of those other websites, CNET, whatever, they'll all tell you, like, if your budget is $1,000, just get the TCL. Don't buy anything else in $1,000 price range. Just go straight for the TCL. Roku's built in. It's got everything that you need. It supports all the different formats. It's such a good purchase. Like, the value is so much higher. And the thing is that company is fully vertically integrated. So they're not like other companies where they outsource the manufacturing of their panel and stuff like that. TCL, they're totally vertical. They make their panel. They build their TVs, you know, like from the ground up. They manufacture everything. They control the marketing, the distribution, like all of it. So that's where your savings is. It's not cheap because it's a cheap TV. It's cheap because it touches no other hands besides TCL's hands before it hits the sales floor. So, which is one of the nice things about buying from a company that's vertically integrated. If you look at like an Apple product, let's say you buy an iPhone, the iPhone display might actually be manufactured by Samsung, and the processor might be manufactured by Asus, and the hard drive might come from this other company, and you know, all this other kind of stuff. But with TCL, everything is built by them. The whole entire thing is manufactured in their factory in China, built all the way up, and then they control the distribution and marketing of it. So you can get a TV that's the quality of $1,000 to $1,200 TV for $549, $599. It's kind of a no-brainer. And then now they've got 60 and 65-inch models that still are not even at $1,000. Like, I think there's 65-inch 4K with Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos with 120 hertz refresh rate, which is like their top now. It's like their biggest one. It's like $899. So it stands. You know, like, if your budget's $1,000, get a TCL. I don't give a shit what it is, you know, just as long as it's a TCL. I stand by that company, and everybody that I've recommended it to that's bought it loves it. And it's got Roku built in, which is like my favorite smart TV application. Like, for a lot of the automated stuff that I have in the home with Alexa, I use like Fire, like TV that I used to have in my bedroom and stuff like that for my Amazon thing. how I control all the lights in my house and everything like that. But you know, that stuff, that's the only like Amazon thing I have. I think the best smart TV application is Roku. I'm waiting on it to see what kind of good ships might land in here. I've seen nothing but like shuttles. But yeah, I've got my whole house basically outfitted. Like, Alexa, brighten up the room. You know, stuff like that. Alexa, it's movie time. She's kind of like dim everything down. Whenever Game of Thrones was going on, I would tell her it's Game of Thrones night, and then all the lights would dim and turn blue because, you know, winter's coming and shit. But that's the only thing, like, you know, I don't like Fire TV. I don't like the way it's set up. I don't care. Dave, I honestly don't care that thing's listening to me all the time. I legit don't. I'm not breaking any laws. I'm not getting in any trouble. I'm not doing anything. And so I don't care. You know, if that changes, I might disconnect the whole thing. But all they're listening to is, like, probably the sounds of, like, my lovemaking sessions and me walking around my apartment and streaming. That's, like, most boring job in the world to listen to that. So I know, like, Jeff Bezos, like, recently got in trouble because, like, they were listening into kids and stuff like that, like, without permission, and I understand there's, like, some privacy violations there, but for what I use it for and for my lifestyle, like, you know, I'm okay with it. What kind of database are they going to build on me? I like playing video games. I like streaming. That's what I always say. Yeah, dude. Jay says, awesome, but thanks so much for this information, making my decision easier. So you have a lot of experience with this. It's better to wait for Black Friday. No, not true. All the research shows that you can get equally great deals throughout the year. Here's the thing. So the 2018 TV models, when they were getting flushed out of the store to be replaced by the 2019 models, the 2018 TVs went on a much steeper sale than what you would have seen on Black Friday. I saw 85-inch Samsung Q Series TVs leave the store for like $2,500 off price, just because they were last year's model. Ooh, you schmexy woman. Okay. See, this is my favorite fighter style right now. I dig this. Okay. I can vibe with this. What we got here? Blue and red. Oh, that's such a nice looking ship. So no, don't wait for Black Friday. It's completely pointless, and the deals are not that great. And you stay up late at night. You're ending up missing out on time with your friends and family. Waiting to get these deals that are going to occur at some point throughout the year anyway. The best deals I've ever seen are like Cyber Monday. You can do that from your house. Those deals are pretty good, but after the new year, that's when you'll see a lot of your deals. Or like right now, stores, if they still have inventory in last year model TVs, trust me when I tell you, they want them out of the store. So like go to your local Best Buy, be like, yo, y'all got any 2018 model TVs you're trying to get rid of? And then open box items, you can negotiate and put warranty on them. So like my smart TV that I used to have in my bedroom before I sold it, and I sold that TV for like $150, $200, and I bought it like 8 years ago as an open box item, and it was a plasma smart TV, a 3D Samsung TV, smart TV, and I bought the whole TV for like $700 and put their warranty on it, which at that time was a really good deal on a TV. And then it lasted me all these years, and then one of our friends moved into our apartment complex, and they needed a new TV because like they were moving out of their mom's place and kind of getting a fresh start on life. And so we sold them all our old furniture and our TV for like a steal, and then now she's using it. She's using the same exact TV, and I bought it as an open box item fucking almost 10 years ago or something like that. You know, it was a long time ago. So, you know, there are so many deals that you can get without necessarily having to I need to go interact with that terminus actually, without necessarily needing to wait for Black Friday. Black Friday is just a scam, bro. Don't do it. Don't be the sheep. Dave Langer says, I miss my plasma TV. I know, dude. I know. Got Ovec4 in the chat, says they mark up prices before most of the time anyway. Exactly. So my last job, Ovec, and I hope I'm not saying anything that would get me in trouble here, but my last job, we did a lot of really weird things. So I worked for a broker, a food broker, and we worked with the food manufacturers and helped them with obtaining distribution space and distribution centers and getting orders and things like that at independent retailers and so on. And what occurs a lot of the time is what they call like a pack size change. So like this should just give you some insight into how these companies do things. So like let's say Kraft mac and cheese, and I've used this example before, but let's say like Kraft mac and cheese used to be 14 ounces in a box for $2.99. Well, if you look at it now, it's probably 8 or 10 ounces in a box for $2.99. But the box is the same size, but the contents is lower. So when the customer walks up to the shelf, the customer sees, oh, okay, this is the same blue box mac and cheese for the same price it's been for 5 years. So they buy it, but they're buying for the same price, much less contents. So that's just one tactic they use. And like Ovec said, yeah, like they will incrementally raise prices on certain items throughout the year and then just chip away those prices before Black Friday. So you're buying it at the same price you would have likely gotten it at the beginning of the year in the first place. I really wish the culture around shopping on Black Friday would change. And it's not anybody's fault in particular. It's just that people aren't aware that that's what the companies are doing. But you can find better deals. Think about it this way. If you were a business, if you were operating a business and you were in the business of retail, would you want all of your major purchases to occur on one day of the year, but the other 364 days of the year you had to pay to keep your fucking lights on? No. So you're going to try to incentivize purchases all year long because you cannot afford, you have to be bringing in revenue to pay for, all of your it's a game of P&L. You got to be able to keep the lights on, pay employees, pay benefits, pay all that other kind of stuff. So you got to have revenue coming in. You have to be able to make money all year long, regardless of what people's shopping behaviors are around Black Friday and the holidays. So you'll often find, like I said, equally good deals, if not better. So fuck Black Friday. Get it now. Don't wait. Oh, you're right, John Hall. This planet is freaking intense. Where's the ground? Ooh. This is my kind of planet. It's giving me chills. Richard Hunting in the chat. What's going on? Says, howdy, explorers. What is going on, Richard? Had anything nice for you to stop by? Chase B in the chat says, well, then that means you saved money in your current TV, which means time to switch to PC. I know. Because now Sword is on PC, Cobra's on PC, everyone I know and love is on PC. But I just love PlayStation. I can't do the mouse and keyboard thing. It's not my swag. Alright, where is the ocean? I saw it's right there. Dude, this planet is hefty. I'm digging it. And it's radioactive as hell. So this water is going to kill me really quick too. And I love like this super green like color of it. That is such a cool. This is such a cool looking planet. I wonder if it's going to let me, because I came through a portal, it's probably not going to let me put a base computer down. I need to join somebody's lobby over here. John, next time if you're here still, next time you're on and you're able to come to this planet or this system, let me join your lobby and place a base computer here. I want to build a base on this planet. This is this is the kind of shit I live for. Like, I love exploring to discover planets like this. Storm crystals. I don't have any inventory space. Oh, I totally do. Boom. I actually found one of those in the wild unopened, and I literally just stood there and waited for a storm to come so I could watch the animation on how they on how the rocks open up for storm crystals. There was water. The storm was so bad I didn't notice there was water behind me and next to my ship the whole time. That's wild. Pyramids. Assassin's Creed Origins. Alright, let's get out of here. Controller on PC is still far better, I know. The graphics just look so much better. Richard Huntington says, be right back. Must make coffee. Very nice. Very nice. PS4 Master Race, right? You know, I stand by this. PS4 has the best exclusive titles, though. There's just nothing, in my opinion, compares. I still to this... Oh, fuck. This is not the ship to get into a battle in. Damn it. I gotta make my way back to a portal. Oh, this is not the right ship. Oh my god. I'm nervous. Where's the portal? Is it just one ship? It's just one ship. Okay, I can do it. I think I can handle one ship. All right, let's switch it up in here. Come on. Come on. I was like, this is not the ship to do this. Yeah, but that's the only thing I get consoles for is the exclusive. Then if it's on PC as well, yeah, also PCs are like, they're mad expensive though to like get like a really good PC. You know, like I've got friends at work, like they spend like $3,000-$4,000 on a computer and stuff like that, and like they're always using foreign languages. Like, yeah, man, I got a 1080 Ti fucking overclocked at 6 gigahertz with like fucking 49 million gigabytes of RAM, and I've got a fucking SSD 45 2 terabyte fucking swing nut 7200 RPM fucking with heat sink and fucking like hydraulic lifts on it and fucking wind turbines, and I've got a pulse engine fucking ramjet scramjet 4200 million light year fucking, and I'm like, dude, it's a computer. You're playing video games. It's like you're not hacking into the NSA. It's fucking video games. Like, does it need to be that powerful? Like, your eyes can only see things at about 60 frames per second or less. Does it have to be 120 frames a second or like 144? Well, I'm surprised there's not like millions of PC gamers like having severe epileptic seizures with like 120 hertz refresh rates. I don't know. but I don't have one to like, so I can't speak on it. You know what I mean? Like I can't really talk about it because I don't know. I don't have like a high power computer sitting in front of me where I'm like, oh man, you know what I mean? It's just that I don't see it, you know. But I feel like it's too much. But that's why I'm really excited about Google Stadia. I know like a lot of like hardcore PC people, they're like, man, fuck Google Stadia, you know. But it's like for me, for like, you know, like I got a kid on the way, like for my wages, you know what I mean? $129 like starter pack and 3 months of Stadia for free to play a game in 4K 60 FPS. I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? And I can play it on my like rinky-dink laptop. We're good, you know. But if I gotta go like buy a $3,000 computer to like enjoy No Man's Sky properly, it's like I'm okay with the PlayStation. It cost me $300. You know what I mean? Actually $50 because I sold my old PlayStation to buy it. So the PlayStation 4 Pro cost me $50, and the regular PlayStation cost me like $250, and I got it as a gift, so it actually didn't cost me anything. So there, compared to like a PC cost. I've spent less money on my entire catalog of games, my machine, all my peripherals, my laptop, my mic, my controllers, my VR, my PlayStation camera and everything. I've spent less money on all of that, even if I would have bought the PlayStation console myself, than most people spend on just their gaming PC. So for me, I just can't justify the expense. I don't care about PC or console, both work. I hear you, dude. Got Grammy in the chat. Grammy says, I agree that PC is very expensive for a good one, but I don't think it's fair to compare consoles to PC because PC does things a console doesn't, and the console has its own perks too. Leave it up to Grammy to come in with, I guess, the moderation. You're very right, Grammy. So you're not just buying a $2,000, $3,000 gaming machine. You're buying something that can do a lot of other things. Like I'll tell you right now, when I go to render a video on my laptop, it probably takes my laptop an hour to render and upload a video that on a PC that's as powerful as a lot of people's gaming PCs, it can probably do in like 10, 15 minutes. So you do have a major point there. Chase B says, no, not 3,000. That's so excessive. For 800 to 1,000, if you build it yourself, you can get a PC that'll last 5 to 10 years. Dude, there was, I think it's made by Asus or Acer. I can't remember. But there was a gaming laptop, because I don't have a station or anywhere to put like a proper gaming PC in my apartment. I don't have the room for it. But one of my co-workers was showing me this gaming laptop that was made by Acer that we get like an employee accommodation on. The normal price of the computer is like $899, but with our employee accommodation, we get it for like almost half that price. So if I buy a gaming computer, it's probably going to be that thing. And it from what he told me is that it'll run most games in their highest quality, but just nothing more than like 60 FPS, which is fine by me, because that's all my eyeballs can see. I don't need something that can do 120 hertz. That's just madness. Matter of fact, my TV does 120 hertz, and when I use the frame interpolation where it boosts it to 120 hertz, everything looks like complete hot shit. Everything looks like a soap opera and like superimposed on the background image. And I hate the look of it. So for me, I'm okay with just what's it called? 60. I'm good with that. But I was watching Sword stream when he first switched to PC, and I compared it to when he was playing on PlayStation 4 just like a few days before. And dude, I can tell that just the visuals, the textures, it is better in terms of looking and appearances. I build a PC to last for a few years, at least 5 to 7 years, I hope. Okay, you guys are making some valid points. I accept it. We got .com love going on the chat. Grammy says, at .com, hi, how are you doing? I got the opportunity to play with .com the other day on Xbox. By the way, guys, my PlayStation 4 handle is PandaPoopy1. Here, I'll type it in the chat, and that is the same thing that I use on Xbox, and I have No Man's Sky on Xbox. So if you guys are watching and you're on Xbox and you want to be able to play with me there, you can, because I finally got Xbox Live for a year, and I've got No Man's Sky on Xbox. So I'm on 2 platforms now, and
maybe before the year's up, Chase may sell me on getting it for the PC as well. We'll see. And so I might get a new PC with No Man's Sky to boot. So we'll see what's up. But this is the FDI Hub Hoppin stream, and it would not be Hub Hoppin if we didn't go check out some bases. So let's go stop by a base. Let's see what people have been doing out there. I got to get my good ship with my good warp reactor. Oh yes, my darling. You're looking so beautiful today. Do I have warp fuel? I do. Alright, let's see where we're going to go. She's my fast one. She's my fastest ship with the highest maneuverability and the longest warp range. I love her. Alright, let's see where we're going to go. Actually, you know what's a really cool base? I'm going to back out of here. I hope I've got it saved in my my address here. It's made by the Galactic Empire, which is a civ that is friendly with the FDI. And I need to try to locate it, because they've got a really cool base. So the Galactic Empire is a No Man's Sky civ that basically everything is based on Star Wars lore. So that should kind of give you an idea. And I really want to find it. I'm going to have a moment of silence here while I read through this really quick. Because I don't think I have it saved in my terminus, because I think it's in a system that doesn't have a space station, so it's like you can't get to it any other way than to just straight warp to it or use a portal. Let's just start from the top, make it easy. Oh, Unibase, such a great planet. Or system, rather. Delingle is a good planet that's there. Okay, let's see. Sagan, not that one, not that one, not that one. Sagan, that's all Arsenal. All the Sagan stuff that you see is Arsenal. That's where he has his PvP arenas, which is super fucking dope. It's so much fun to play in his PvP arenas that he's built. You guys got to check out my combat stream that I did a few streams back, where we did an Arsenal's combat arena that he built. It was me, No Man's Sky Adventures, Captain Steve. Some of you may know him by, and a Snow Obsidian kind of like duked it out. Rusty Anchor. I don't like the way that sounds. It sounds like one of those like like crazy like moves or whatever. Let's see here. Come on, I know I'm gonna find it soon. And I've been to it fairly recently. I don't know why it's this far down the list. I wonder if any of this is actually in any particular order. Come on. Is it Tripol? No, that's UN4. It actually might be Tripol. there's Pid Stain. Yeah, it's got to be Tripal. That's the only one that I recognize right away, and I know I've heard like Lily say that before, so I feel like it's got to be that one. Captain Braddock's Wildlife Preserve. You guys have to see what he built on this planet if it's still there. I'm gonna stop by there as well. I may just go there now, if I can't find this this Star Wars base here. Come on. Yeah, Todorki. That's where I was before the before No Man's Sky next hit, was in Andy Krychek's old system in the old Galactic Hub in Gamma Quadrant. All right, so let's go back to the Wildlife Preserve. Wildlife Preserve, Wildlife Preserve. There we go. Blue Lake. Set waypoint. Let's go find this thing. Should be able to hit that on one jump. Custom waypoint. But like, you're not showing me my waypoint though. Come on. This game really does need to get its navigation stuff figured out. Okay, let's try this again. All right, custom waypoint. Yeah, it's not selecting it. That's so irritating. Does anybody else have issues with that? Like with it not selecting like points of interest? You could find it on your other people's base tab from a teleporter. I don't think I ever checked into the base, actually. I really don't. I'll double check. I'll go into the space station. I don't understand why the waypoint system doesn't really work in this game. Damn it, where's the space station? It's like hit or miss. Like sometimes it highlights the route. Sometimes. Panda, I noticed it spinning part on the front of that type of exotic. Does yours have it as well? Spinning part. Let's see. Does that spin? I don't know. Never really paid attention to it. Well, let's hone in on the station there. It needs to be like ED. Yeah, dude. It doesn't need to be like ED, but like... well, it depends on what you're referring to. Certain aspects of the game really should model themselves after Elite Dangerous, that's for sure. What am I missing here? Maybe I'm just blind. Maybe that's why I couldn't see the waypoint. Alright, let me get further away. Alright. I believe the door to be on this side. No. Ah. Last 5 minutes didn't happen. Pretend it didn't happen. Up. See you later. Thanks for stopping by, dude. Big shout out to Richard Huntington, guys. Was that Richard Huntington? No, that was Chase B. Big shout out to Chase B. Grammy says, as I'm making a geck and watching a 5-year-old, I will let you all go now. Have a great stream, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace, Panda, and chat. Grammy, it was a pleasure. Thank you for stopping by, and take care. Dave Langer says, at Hidden Panda Show, we still will have to have the Stadia debate. Yeah, dude, you got to come on the show, man. I'm off tomorrow, too. I'll probably end up streaming at some point tomorrow as well, so I would love to have that debate. I'm really psyched about it. I've been doing a lot of research on how it's supposed to run, but I feel like No Man's Sky would be like a good fit for that platform and could expand the possibilities with the game a lot more over time than even what PC can offer. But yeah, definitely something we got to talk about. Other players' bases. All right, let's see. What do we got here? Let's go all the way this way. Hull. Very cool. Secret City. I know what that is. Yep, had a feeling it wouldn't be there. Doesn't really matter though, we can go here. And I still gotta find a way to get to Swords. It's so fucking cool. Gotta get to Swords thing. I don't wanna ruin your dreams. Dude, you always ruin my dreams. Dave, this isn't new. No, I'm joking. I know that other streaming platforms have not gone very well, so people are not that excited about Google Stadia. But like I said, AMD, okay, they've created a custom graphics card for what people will experience. It does 10.7 teraflops. It's 16 gigs of RAM dedicated per person that uses it. That logs in and runs a game off their system, and it can run games at 4K at 60 FPS with 5.1 sound with HDR support, and then next year sometime or the year after it'll be able to do 8K at 120 with HDR 5.1 sound. And for the 4K, it only needs 35 megs up and down, or 35 megs downlink, and I think uplink maybe as well. I'm not sure, but when I researched how they're preventing latency and how they're preventing lag and things like that, they're using a lot of their own like custom algorithms and certain things that they're doing to like reduce the amount of latency that the player experiences. Even their controller has special functionality that is designed to significantly reduce the amount of input lag that the player gets, to where it's so minute that even like competitive gamers would not be able to physically like know the difference of the lag in the input. Like it's almost zero. I was gonna say, I wonder if that base is still there. It's been a long time. but I have a feeling that it's going to be good. And what better company than Google? You know what I mean? Like, their data centers are going to be probably the most capable data centers in the world to be able to handle something like that. I like how, like, every planet that used to have, like, blue water and, like, green grass or something, like, all of a sudden just had orange grass and, like, red water. Because this planet used to have blue water. Lag is the least of the worries. Google is the worst company for this. How? How are they the worst company? That's if the connection will be good enough. Fiber straight home would be the best, but that would require a lot of the USPS. Or the United States Postal Service? I don't know. Dave Langer said they tend to quit on things pretty quickly. Remember Google Glass or Hangouts or the streaming platform before they bought YouTube? Yeah, but they're also capable of, like, changing and sticking by products. I mean, if you look at, like, the Google Pixel, the Chromebook, Pixel Slate, you know, all that other kind of stuff, like, they're sticking by and supporting all of that stuff, you know. Google Glass, yeah, that was a fuck up. As far as we know, we don't know, like, what the actual implications of that were. Like, we don't know if they took that technology and then licensed it to, like, Bose and Oakley and stuff like that. Like, we don't know. Or maybe they took that technology and just buried it because they had a back-end deal with the military to provide certain military equipment or, you know, things like that with that technology. We have no idea what happened with that technology. Like, it's I don't think that, like, it went into the ether. I think that, like, maybe there were other applications that it would benefit from rather than consumer grade applications, and so that it went to more of a military industrial thing, or maybe even medical. ISPs to update their infrastructure. Lots of stuff is still copper wires. Yeah, a lot of the cable companies, they need to change their marketing, because a lot of these companies that offer fiber optic, it's only fiber to the node, and then from the node to your home, it's copper, coax. And all the resistance on the lines from all the homes in the community, all feeding off of that one fucking node. That's why, like, AT&T will say, oh, we can get you 50 gigs or 50 megs up and down, or whatever it is, and then you actually get it off your router and it's like 18 or like less, you know. Whereas, like, with Spectrum, they're telling me I get like 200 down and like 25 up, and most of the time that's true, but it's so unstable because it's the same thing. It's fiber to the node. The only true fiber optic connection I've ever had was with Fios. It was fiber to the premises. I had my own dedicated line, and I had 300 up, 300 down, and it didn't fucking budge. And I had their Quantum router by Eris, and that thing, that router, that wireless router, was putting 300 out, no problem. And if and at that time, my PlayStation 4 and my smart TV were Ethernet plugged in, like hardwired. So if I would have been streaming back then, it would have been a totally different scenario, because there would have been absolutely no problem, like, handling a live stream at that time. My internet was just fierce. Whereas, like, right now, it's really, really solid, but it might drop off the face of the earth, like, at a moment's notice, and I have no fucking clue, you know? Now, our apartments, they're getting some fiber upgrades, so things might be getting better here shortly, and maybe even more speeds may become available, at which case I'm going to bump mine up. I'm hoping I can be able to get gig speeds here pretty soon, but we'll have to see. Plus, without net neutrality, they will just slow down their speed. I know. And I hate to say it because I represent this company, but I think there's something fishy about Ajit Pai, having used to work for Verizon as one of their corporate lawyers, leaves the company, probably gets a fat fucking severance package, and then becomes chairman of the fucking FCC. There's just something dirty about that whole thing. And he's the one who's trying to destroy net neutrality. So, it's like some of these companies are evil, man. But I don't think I would consider. There's a lot of bad things I would say about Google, but when it comes to like the gaming side of it, it's a subscription-based model, plus they want to charge you for the games. So they want that to be as good as possible. And I think if anybody can pull it off, it's going to be them. But we'll see. I mean, I know that Microsoft's working on something. PlayStation Now is okay, but I'll put it this way. I used to pay for that service. The streaming shit is dead awful. It's now there's a recent update that allows you to save the games to your hard drive, which is much better than streaming it. So we'll have to see. But if anybody's capable, I think it's Google. I miss Fios. I know, dude. I don't know where you live, Richard Huntington, but here in Texas, they sold that shit to Frontier, and I'll say it, fuck Frontier. And I apologize if I offended anybody that works for Frontier, but fuck Frontier. And I'll just leave it at that. Also, the U.S. internet infrastructure is not very good. Yeah, that's very true. I know a lot of countries in Europe and even some third world countries, honestly, have better internet infrastructure than we do. America has the luxury of having done a lot of things first. So we're having to go back to an infrastructure that we created and then have to retrofit that with new innovations. Whereas a lot of countries that did it after us, they're able to, they learn from the mistakes that we made, and then they're able to implement much better changes and much better tech right away, because they weren't early adopters. So being one of the world's biggest innovators does come with some drawbacks, because we do it first, then we figure out whatever the problems are, and then we have to go back and retroactively fix everything. And then every other country's like, okay, so that didn't work out, so we'll just fucking do this instead. And then, they get it right first whack, and then they can roll it out much more quickly. So, but those countries are the size of West Virginia, though. That's true. Yes. When it comes to games, it'll just be the third-party games. You're not going to get exclusive like PS4 exclusive. No, that can already be debunked. There are Google Stadia exclusives in the works, 100%. Like that's going to happen. Brooke says, "I am Batman." Harvey Dent, can he be trusted? Well, fuck yeah, Brooke. I'm glad that you are Batman. Well, we got Hidden Jew in the chat, says, "What's up, everybody?" Hidden, I have a party chat open. So if you want to jump on, it's open and waiting for you to jump on. I'm just saying. Ovek says, "LOL, see the blue, white, and red flying there?" I mean, they won't get PS4 or Xbox exclusives. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that, of course. Which is a bummer. But, when you're putting out games that are as good as, like No Man's Sky, when it first came out, it was a PlayStation only exclusive for console. No other console had anything even remotely fucking similar. So all the people that were out there like hating on No Man's Sky early on, it's like, I get it, but like fuck you at the same time. Because the thing is that like you weren't going to get that experience on any console. To even get a game similar, you had to jump to PC. I mean, it was a dumb argument. But for the most part, when you're putting out games like No Man's Sky, when you're putting out games like Uncharted, God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, and I know some of those ended up getting Xbox ports later on, Warframe, which was originally a PlayStation, only kind of thing. When you're putting out stuff like that and like consistently, you're creating a lot of reasons to buy something, right? To buy a PlayStation, which is why it's the number one selling game console of all time. So in order for Stadia to really compete with that, they're going to have to get their own exclusives that are of the same caliber, and they're going to have much lower barriers to entry. And they're being really smart about it, because in order to do PlayStation Now, for example, you have to first buy the PlayStation hardware. But most of us already have smart TVs or Chromecast or cell phones or laptops or tablets. And Google's saying, hey, how would you like to play Assassin's Creed Odyssey on your fucking Google Pixel or on your Samsung tablet in 1080p at 60 frames a second or 4K depending on your hardware, right? So it's like the way that they're doing it is really smart. So they're creating very low barriers to entry. It's like you already have the equipment in your house. You don't have to buy anything new, and then you're able to play really good looking games on the shit you've already got. And they're taking away a lot of the reasons to say no. And I have a feeling that when it drops and people see the quality of the games and how it runs and whatever bugs there might be, if Google's able to fix them quickly enough, I think it's going to be a hit. I really do. And it's going to shake up the gaming industry. And think about a game like No Man's Sky. This procedural engine, throw that in Google's data center. Your PlayStation 4, okay, is utilizing a procedural engine to generate 18 quintillion star systems, an entire planet you can explore in 3 dimensions. You can fly through interstellar space, visit other planets and moons, right? And very little of it actually exists on the hard drive. It's all being built as you play and requires no internet. Now imagine taking that code to Google's data center with all that power and being like, all right, let's fucking make it happen. How does that evolve No Man's Sky? What kind of a game can that become using Google's data centers? But me and Dave Langer, we disagree on this. And I'm really interested in getting him on here during a stream to kind of hash this out with me. Hidden says, at my girl's house right now. I will later. I miss y'all. All right, dude. Well, I'll be here for you. And I'm off tomorrow. Oh, shit. And I'm off tomorrow, Hidden, so we should be able to get on tomorrow as well. So I should be able to hop on with you. Guys, sorry about that if that made a really fucking horrifying sound. And let me know if you can still hear me okay. But yeah, dude. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Richard Huntington, you used to live in Plano, Mr. I now live in Irving. I used to work in Irving, bro. I used to work off of 200 East Las Colinas Avenue. That's where my office was. I work from home, but that's where my office was and where my assistant worked out of and took all my calls. I used to work for a company over there called Acosta Sales and Marketing. Big retail broker. I was a regional business manager for that company, bro. Like, I don't know how close that is to you, but, dude, that office was just right next to where Kid Craddock did the morning show. Kid Craddock in the morning. Like, I used to walk by and see them doing the radio show in the morning. And there's that tram that, like, runs through there in, like, Las Colinas, just, like, right in that Irving area there. But I live on the other side, bro. I live in Dallas off 70. I live in Uptown off 75. The fact that I just haven't run into you on accident, bro, is mind-boggling. That's fucking awesome. Richard Huntington, we may run into each other one day, and that would be cool. I still play Warframe. Lots of good time in that. I haven't played the latest updates, but I heard that the game was already good, but I heard it got a whole lot better. I see Google taking over from the telecom companies to improve the infrastructure for getting consistent bandwidth speeds. There you go. Yeah, well, and, you know, Fios is going to be coming back, but in a different way. Verizon's working on a residential 5G. So they're going to get their cellular 5G out and see how that goes, and then they're going to do their after their cellular 5G, they're going to do their residential 5G. The cellular 5G is available in certain markets, but not the Dallas market, but they're beta testing it right now. But the residential stuff, I think, is available in certain areas of Houston, so that they're able to deliver gigabit speeds OTA. So, like, you don't even all you need is a router in your house and, like, a box attached to the outside of your house, and it's going to take a gigabit LTE signal, convert it to a 2.4 and a 5 gigahertz dual band bandwidth. Your router is going to be dual band, so it'll take that gigabit LTE speed and convert it to a 2.4 and a 5 gigahertz network. So if you live in a remote area or an area where they don't have the fiber optic infrastructure, it's an older community or whatever, or they just didn't get the permits to break ground to lay that shit from the state or the city or whatever, doesn't matter, because Verizon is going to be able to broadcast that OTA, which is sick. I enjoyed No Man's Sky on launch day and every day afterward. I know it's the only game that I played this consistently for this long ever in my entire life, and it's really, really sick. And all the updates have been cool, but I loved the original version so much that I actually made a special trip out to GameStop because I bought the digital copy so that I could buy the physical copy that has the 1.0 version on the disc, so that I can essentially every now and again take my save back up on my flash drive, wipe everything off my PlayStation, and then put in the day one version and play it. Just to see how far the game has gone and kind of get back some of those original emotions connected with launch day No Man's Sky. And then having to start the game over on Xbox One with .com was actually really cool. He gave me a head start, kind of got me going. But it was really cool seeing the start over process again, being on a new console with slightly different controls and kind of having to learn things again, not having everything already in the game. I have everything now on my PlayStation version, so having to start over where I've got nothing, no money, no tech, no ships, no freighter, it just kind of gives me a new appreciation for the game and how much time I spent on it. Hidden, I don't know if you recognize right now, but I'm at your base, man, your old base, dude. This is where you were before you came over to FDI, bro, when we founded the FDI. So this is I think the first place that you built a base in No Man's Sky Next, if I'm correct. All your harvesters and everything are still here. Let's see if that stuff underwater is still there. There it is, man. See if Hidden recognizes if he's still there. I've been playing 1.0. I forgot how annoying the life support, dude. Every few minutes it was like it reminded you exactly. John Hall is back. What is going on? It was a horrifying sound. I need a refund. You can have it. I'll give you the $0 you paid back. But yeah. I know this mic honestly is in a very precarious situation. I really should have it on the table, but the thing is I don't have a game station. I'm just in my living room, so I kind of have to rig up this whole setup real haphazardly to get this whole thing to work. So, but yeah. By the way, big shout out to Zane's World for helping me to figure out what I needed in a mic, a few different videos on what kind of mic I should be looking for, some of the drawbacks of the mic I ended up going with, how to set certain things up. He gave me some information, told me some stuff, and helped me out one day. And big shout out to Zane, because I'm loving my mic. The last video that I made, I like the way that recording came out. It sounds much more like my actual voice than the tinny piece of shit recordings that I was doing with my cell phone microphone. And then finding, essentially what I was doing when I would edit a video is I would take microphone audio from my cell phone, cut it into my video editing program where I had gameplay footage stored, and then I would just create a video from that. As I would go through and add the animations, I would watch a little bit of the playback just to make sure that everything came out okay, and then I would just render and upload. And I would never really actually just fully watch it back. And then one day I heard myself. I watched a video that I did all the way through, and I was like, whoa, I sound like complete shit. That doesn't sound like me at all. It sounds really weird. It sounds like an echo chamber. My voice sounds really tinny and high pitched and weird. So I got a mic, and now I use it in party chats. I figured out before, when I first streamed with it, I didn't know that how to do the line in to, because one, I can hear my audio feedback, but also I can blend in party chat audio and game audio and stuff through it as well into my headset, as well as hear my own feedback. So I had to figure out how to do that, which I did, and how to get all my blends and everything right in there from what, so that I can deal with what I'm hearing. It's no latency. I'm hearing myself live, but I can hear a fairly good mix of what I'm sounding like, you know, on here as well. So, because man, I was watching like Legacy Zero videos and like MZK videos, like Cobra and stuff like that. I'm like, God, these guys sound so fucking good. Like how expensive are these mics that they're using? Like, holy shit, you know? Everybody sounds like so smooth and buttery. See you later, Dave Langer. Thanks for stopping by, dude. Really appreciate you coming here. .com says, make sure to make that thumbs up blue before you leave. Thank you, .com. Yes. Throw a like in there. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe so you can catch more shitty streams where I accomplish zero things. Is that other base on this planet, or is that one gone? I think the other base that was here is gone. So yeah, I would have seen that icon already because it was on this side of the planet. So Obeck says, already did. Thank you, dog. It's awesome. Richard Hunting says, I smashed the hell out of the like button. Now I have to buy a new monitor. Go. Hell yeah. You know, I'd like to think I keep it pretty chill, you know. I'm not that kind of a player. There's a lot of really technical players. Like, I'm no Sword, I'm no Zane, you know. When I want to learn something, those are the you know, when I can catch them. When I want to learn, I go to Sword stream, I go to Zane stream. I'll learn how to farm this, farm that, how to, you know, mess with the RNG roll to get a certain type of ship or whatever the case is, locations for stuff, or, you know, how to organize my inventory slots, how to, all that kind of stuff, like how to, you know, arrange my tech and all that kind of thing. Like, I watch those streams, you know, but I'm not that kind of a player. I'm more of a chilled player. I don't take it too seriously. I'm not like really competitive with gaming or anything like that. So I feel like it's just chill, you know. So whenever you guys come in here and hang out with me, like, I'm having a good time. And, you know, I hope that, you know, the conversations are good and that, you know, you guys are fairly entertained. Because for me, this is a lot of fun. This isn't anything that I take particularly seriously. And I love promoting other people's work and channels on here as well. It's just part of what I do. But I'm having fun. It feels like I'm in a, you know, playing with my friends or whatever. So me and Sword are super competitive with ship hunting. I'm a total ship snob. I know, dude. Like, and you guys have mad patience. Like, mad patience. You guys also build like really sick farms, like max output farms, all that kind of stuff. And like I said, dude, it's not. I'm just not that kind of a player. I'm glad you guys are, because if it wasn't for Sword, I never would have became a multi-billionaire in this game. Like, he showed me like how to, like, you know, build this and build that, and how to arrange things to get the, you know, I had my own circuit board farm before, and that's what I used to pump out a ton of circuit boards and get to you know, my first billion. You know, I would have never hit that if it wasn't for Sword. Like, got my first S-Class, like, you know, I got S-Class everything now. Every one of my ships is S-Class. My freighter's S-Class, like, my weapons S-Class, everything's S-Class. You know, so just on that level, you know. I used to have a base called, the Ridgeback base or something like that, and like, I haven't seen it. I named it that. I remember naming it that, and then I've just never seen it again. Ocean Avenue. I think that's where Secret City is.
zoology and looking for the best fucking lushes the galaxy has to offer.
Yep. See, I'm not a big Lush Planet guy. Now, I love when I just like went across like a bunch of really just terrible and terrifying planets, and then I'm like, oh shit, this Lush Planet's dope. Kind of like what happened with like Delingle. But for the most part, I like moons. I like radioactive planets are probably my favorite. Like the color palettes and like the way that some of the plants look on radioactive planets, they're kind of my favorite. My home planet in Atlas Rises was a radioactive planet. That was like my home. You know, that's where I spent all my time. So I used Zane's guides to grind up 3.5 build. They were so helpful. Yeah, dude, like he's just, whether it's like Anthem or No Man's Sky or whatever else it is, like he's just really, really good at it, you know? Like